All right, so I just watched the interrogation videos, the Delphi murder case, Richard Allen, his interrogation videos. Um, After watching them, um, my thoughts haven't really changed. I don't think. Um, I'm definitely sad for his wife, like that she has to go through all this. Definitely sad for her. Seems to believe him. I don't. I think he's the killer. I mean, they found his bullet at the murder scene. That's. They're pretty sure that that's his from came from his gun. Um, I mean, if it didn't come from his gun, what it would have had to have been the same exact gun and bullet. Like I don't know. It seems like they know that it came from his gun. Um, so it's like, and the bridge guy footage, he's wearing that same jacket and like, come on. Now the voice in the video, it sounds like him. It looks like him. I mean, I mean, he was there. He was there that day. He said he didn't. He said himself he didn't see anybody that looked similar. I'm just. I think he's a good liar, and I feel really bad for his wife having to go through this. Uh, um, Not as bad as, of course, the families of the girls, but I do feel bad for her as well. She continues to believe him, um, which I think a lot of people would do. She's a good seems like she's a good-hearted person, and I get that, but um, I think he's just a good liar. Um, he can't explain the bullet being there. But I mean, right now I'm about 97, 98% sure that it's him, just based on everything, that everybody's gone over on all the different channels and all the different, people going over this case. About 97, 98% sure he's the guy. I think they got the guy. Uh, I think he's a good liar. So that's my. I just feel bad. Like it seemed like I know I've said in previous videos that I think he like. I definitely think he prepared to do this because of what he brought with him on that trip. But I don't know if he just like I was also thinking maybe he just like snapped or something, but I think he was preparing to honestly preparing to get away with something like this. I really believe that. I don't believe he just snapped one day and did it. Um, Man, I mean he's definitely a good manipulative person. If he's the killer, that's I've seen killers like this before. Um, who was that killer? Who was that guy during the with the Teresa Hallback killing? What was his name? The one that got out of prison was like found innocent at that time, and years later got out of prison. Um, and I for the longest time thought he was innocent in that crime too. But uh, now I'm not so sure. But but that kid, that Brandon Dassey kid, I don't think he had anything to do with it. I think he was. being manipulated by whatever that guy's name was. I do think he. Well, I'm less sure, of course, that he did it than I am with Richard Allen doing with the Delphi murders. So I but he kind of reminds me of that guy. Like, he's kind of manipulative. He's charismatic. He's kind of knows how to talk his way around things, I guess. Well, like, he doesn't cave to the pressure. At least not at first. Of course, Richard Allen did cave to the pressure, later on when he confessed several times to his wife and stuff, and he kept trying to. What was it? I mean, he kept trying to tell her, "Yeah, I did it. I did it," and then she kept saying, "No, you didn't. No, you didn't." He was trying to tell her what he did. Like, he was trying. He was. I think what happened is he came to terms that he's not getting out. Like, he's done. He's finished. He's defeated. He's given up, and he's just. I think he's. I think he just, you know, just snapped and just told her the truth over the phone. That's what I think happened here. So, yeah, interrogations didn't change my mind about him being guilty. It just made me, I guess, sad for everybody involved. The girls' families and Richard Allen's family as well. Um, and I can understand why his wife is holding on to, you know, for that chance to see if they can find any way to get him out, I guess, or help his case, which I don't see happening. I don't think it's happening, but there's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of people out there. I hate to call people out but there's a lot of people out there that are getting clout over this case. That I think I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I think it I think it's wrong at this point because overwhelmingly he appears to be the guy. So I mean, you can come up with anything you want, but like it's not holding weight compared to what the actual evidence is. He's it sways heavily towards him being guilty than not. Like, I honestly, if anything, these interrogation videos made me solidified him being guilty even more. I was a lot more open about it before, but now I don't know, man. Like, I still respect, like, I still try to respect everybody's views and everything, but it's like, I just think it's so it looks to be so overwhelming. So yeah, that part. So I guess it has changed. It's changed my thinking into believing he's even more guilty now. You know, that's where I stand on it, guys. I absolutely. This is such a tragic case, and it never should have happened. This guy, he should have, obviously should have known better. He has a family and everything. Had a good-hearted, faithful wife. I think he's got a daughter. I mean, why would you ruin your life like that over all that something that horrific? But he did. He made the choice to do it. He made the choice to do that day. And I think he likely acted alone, honestly. I think something would come out, um, if there were other actors involved. I still, oh, man, that the only thing that still remains kind of a mystery is the Keegan Klein Anthony Shots online account thing. I still think I do still think there's a possibility of a connection there, but as for the correct guy, the murderer that they got there, the bridge guy, and I do believe bridge guy is the murderer and Richard Allen, all the above. I think I think they got it right. You know, for the longest time, I wasn't too sure. Um, wasn't too sure if the evidence was enough, but the more and more I think about it, I think it is enough to be sure of a guilty verdict. I do. I know there's a lot of people out there saying that it's not, and like I said, I feel bad for everybody involved. He made the conscious choice to do it, though. Otherwise, or that none of them would be in this situation, and now they have to deal with this horrific incident and tragedy. So that's my final thoughts, I guess, about the interrogation tapes. But let me know what you think below. Do you agree with me? Do you completely disagree with me? I welcome all criticism. And honestly, at the end of the day, I just want to find out the truth, um, just like everybody else. So, um, even though I think he's the guy. I definitely think he's the guy now. Uh, he's kind of solidified it for me. Um, but yeah, I definitely feel bad because none of this should have happened ever. It should have never happened. I mean, it looks to me like he knows better, but it also looks to me like he'd been planning this. I think. I don't think it was a spur of the moment thing. I think he planned it, and they were just there at the wrong place at the wrong time, type of thing. And he was a predator. He's a predator, and he was definitely a predator that day. Um, Also, I'm wondering, has he done anything like this before and never got caught, like in the past? That's what I'm wondering. Um, do you think that's possible? Or do you think this was just a one time thing? Like he was just like, maybe like angry and depressed. They said he's been like angry and depressed for a number of years, and he said he was like this all his life, like anxious and depressed all his life. Well, hell, I've been anxious and depressed all my life, and I never even remotely thought of doing anything like horrible like this. So, but everybody's different. So he might have affected him, in such a negative way that he maybe he just like lost his mind over time and started having crazy thoughts and of doing something like that. Um, I don't know. I don't know what the hell he was thinking of. I don't know what the hell he was thinking of that day or leading up to that day, but it must, obviously it must have been some pretty evil thoughts. So, those are my thoughts on it. Um, like I said, would like to know everybody else's though. Whether you agree, whether you disagree, that's fine. Um, I want to know all sides to the story. I want to know, why you think he's innocent, why you think he's guilty, what you think of the bullet, the evidence, seems like the big evidence in this case, or one of the biggest. Um, how do you explain the bullet how do you explain the bullet away if you believe he's innocent? Let me know. Let's see. Let's go over it and see. So let's go over it, see, and figure this out, and try to find the truth here. So, but that's what I think for now. For now, that's what I believe, what I think, just from going over everything. And so, end it there, I guess. And if you're still with me, thank you for watching. Um, I have started doing true crime videos. Um, they might not come out as often as I would like, though, because I've been having some ongoing health issues. It's been especially bad with my hands and arms, so it's been difficult making videos um, right now. But I did want to get my um, thoughts in here about the interrogation videos. So, um, well, at least I hope you find the video interesting, and um, yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll be back with more true crime videos, hopefully soon. Once my hands and arms feel a little bit better to do another video. Of course, if anything new comes up with the Delphi murders case, like anything that I can think of, I'll do more on that as well. But yeah, thank you for watching, and hopefully I can be back with some more true crime videos soon.